Well, in some ways, this is not my finest hour on the scootontheair.com website or Scoot on the Air YouTube. I'm Scoot, and Thursday night I was walking home from my traditional trip to 80s night in the Quarter, and I was hit by a motorcycle across the street, Bourbon and Canal. The worst part you can't see is my ankle. I have several fractures in my ankle, and something's wrong with my knee. There's a crack and something in my knee. So I've got a partial cast on my ankle and a brace on my knee. This is why I was not on the air Friday. And I might not be on the air Monday, but I will hope to be back by Tuesday. I have a follow-up appointment with the clinic at the hospital. So what happened is I was, walking across the street, and this motorcycle just sped up. I mean, I could see him coming. I could see the motorcycle coming. And he sped up. And I'm thinking he's going to slow down. The next thing I knew, boom, I was hit. I didn't know anything right after that because I blacked out. But I felt the hit. And honestly, when I saw this motorcycle coming at me, and I thought, this guy can't hit me. And then when I felt that blow, I didn't know what had happened because I was blacked out right away. When I felt that blow, the hit, my instant thought was, you son of a bitch, you hit me. And he took off. Immediately, there were a lot of Good Samaritans who surrounded me on Canal Street. And they were, asking me if I was okay. I tried to get up, and I said, no, I'll be fine. Blood was literally dripping from my head. Fortunately, I only have 2 stitches here, so it's not that bad. I'm going to be okay. It's going to take a while for my ankle to heal. I'll be walking on these for, quite some time. But none of this is going to stop me. It was just one of these unfortunate things, coming back late after 80s night. And the guy sped up. Anyway, so I come to on the ground, and I know something bad has happened, but I couldn't tell what it was. And if you've ever been hit by a blunt force like that, and you get knocked out immediately, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I just felt this force. It didn't hurt. I just knew something happened. I didn't feel the hurt then because I blacked out immediately. But I'm lying on the ground, blood's dripping from my head. I'm trying to get up and walk, and people are asking me, "Where do you live? What happened? Do you see what?" And then I'm hearing people say, because I'm a little groggy at this point, but I'm hearing people say, "This guy was going like 45 miles an hour on his motorcycle. He hit this guy, and then he took off." I said, "No, look, I just live a couple blocks away. I can walk home." I tried to stand up on my ankle and couldn't do it. I knew I was bleeding, pretty badly. And the people there insisted that I not try to go anywhere, and they immediately called an ambulance. And the ambulance came and took me to the trauma center at University Medical Center. I'm here in New Orleans. And my God, it could have been so much worse. I mean, it could have been terrible. I mean, it was traumatic enough, but it could have been really bad. So I'm really fortunate. And I had somebody tell me today that I should share this experience with everyone. Because when this kind of thing happens to a lot of people, and they don't get a chance to tell their story. But because of the position that I'm in, I get to tell the story. It's sad when people don't hang around. I mean, did this guy know he hit me? I'm sure he did. There's no way he wouldn't have known. Now, I don't know why. I don't know if he sped up trying to get through the intersection or what. New Orleans Police Department has video. I called Commander Nick Garnon over at the 8th District on the French Quarter and told him what happened, and they are reviewing a video. There's surveillance video of the hit-and-run accident. And they're going to do what they can to try to do some identification. We may go public with it to see if anybody saw it. they were, like I said, there were a lot of witnesses and a lot of really kind people came up to me to offer assistance to me right away and to just wait with me. These people waited with me until the ambulance came. Now, look, here's what I really hated. Okay. I was wearing a couple of things that I really like. They had to cut my clothes off. All my clothes, I mean, they literally cut all my clothes off. So they're gone. Not happy about that, but okay, it's what they had to do. But the EMS people were really attentive. They were really good. Tried to reassure me all along the way. Again, I was kind of in and out. Then at the hospital, I remember just X-ray after X-ray after X-ray, and then CAT scan after CAT scan after CAT scan. So the fortunate thing is I'm okay. I mean, look, nothing happened to my teeth. Nothing happened to my brain. I know some of you think, well, you really don't have a brain, so there's nothing to damage there. But I am so fortunate. And, sometimes these things happen and, you realize, well, okay, this happened for a reason. I'm not sure I know what the reason is yet, but it happened for a reason and I'll try to figure out why. But I know this, I know I'm supposed to be here and I've got a lot of life left to live. Left to live. So it's just, it's been a crazy couple of days. I mean, I'm stuck at home. It's so hard to get around on crutches. Many of you know exactly how hard that is to do. But I want to thank all the people who came around me and were reassuring me. In fact, somebody was smart enough, a girl was smart enough to say, give me your wallet, give me your driver's license. And I was able to do that. And she looked at the driver's license and wanted to know, what's your name? What's your address? What's your date of birth? Ask me all these questions to see how coherent I was. And I answered all of them. And again, I even said, look, I live a couple of blocks away. And I could just walk home, but they knew I couldn't. I guess I didn't know it at the time. But I want to thank all of those people. I want to thank Commander Gernon and everybody with the 8th District for looking into this. I know you've got other really serious cases to look into, but I appreciate you looking into this. This ultimately could cost me a lot of money. Somebody who is a reckless rider on a motorcycle, somebody who would do something like this, they might not even have insurance. But if they do, we'll try to find them and go after them to at least, medical bills and everything. Because, I have insurance, but, that doesn't always cover everything. So, when things like this happen, it does cause you to stop and, think about the times that you're careful. And maybe I could have been a little more, maybe I keep thinking about there's something I could have done differently. But I distinctly remember this motorcycle and I saw it coming at me. And my first impression was, he's going to slow down because I'm in the crosswalk crossing the street. And he sped up. Did he speed up on purpose to hit me? Or did he speed up to get through the intersection? I don't know. But whoever it was, took off. So hopefully we can find this person. And people at the University Medical Center did a great job taking care of me. So I've been out of it the last couple of days just trying to sleep. So I didn't sleep at all that first night. But I just wanted to let you know why I wasn't on the air on Friday. And again, I might not be on Monday because I've got this follow-up appointment at the clinic at the hospital, and they've got an orthopedic doctor has to check my ankle and my knee and see what the next step is for that, which hopefully is just, put a cast or a brace or whatever on it, and then I just have to stay off of it for 6 weeks or whatever. But I'm going to heal, and I'm fine. And I just, when something really bad happens to you, it's so easy to think about how bad it is. But it's also important to stop and think about how bad it could have been. And while I don't like looking like this, and I don't like walking around on crutches, and I don't like this whole episode in my life, it could have been so much worse that even at a time like this, I have to stop and realize that I was blessed.